Hi friends, welcome to another video and I hope you're all doing great. Today we're going to talk about minimalism for beginners. Let's get right into it. So less is more. You have probably heard or even used this common phrase by Miss Van der Rohe. This is what comes to mind when I think of minimalism. There is no restrictive definition of minimalism and we are all free to choose what it means to us. However, most people agree on the numerous benefits of minimalism, and that is that it reduces stress and anxiety and increases our well-being and simplifies our lives. It offers more freedom and space, and even saves us a ton of energy, time, and money in one way or the other. Aside from the benefits, there are definitely downsides to minimalism, and that is why you need to minimize only to the extent that works for you. So for example, if you have a sentimental possession that isn't really practical, you will still hold on to it. Or if you want something that doesn't quite fit with a minimalist aesthetic, you can still add it regardless. In short, and how I see it, minimalism doesn't need to be a pain or a struggle. So where can you start if you're a beginner and looking to get into minimalism? That is the question. First of all, use it or lose it. You can start by decluttering and getting rid of all the items that you no longer need or use in your home. We tend to constantly accumulate stuff, not necessarily because we need it, but because it appeals to us, or because so and so has it, or even because it is in fashion, and even just holding on to it because we are simply attached. At the end, you find that you have so many things lying around your home that you haven't used for so long, even for years sometimes. Personally, I can think of some clothes and shoes that I'm still holding on to with the hope that an occasion will arise when I can wear them. This is a perfect place to start minimizing. You can decide to get rid of the things you haven't worn for a year or 6 months or whatever period you're comfortable with. A good way to dispose of the things you do not need is by donating them. Best believe there are people who would put to better use the things you have collecting dust in your home. Minimalism means you will need to regularly declutter. Chances are that you will keep buying new things here and there once in a while. To maintain a minimalist lifestyle, you must make space for the new things by getting rid of the old ones that you no longer use. If you trade in your old laptop for a new one, for example, do not hold on to the old one if you no longer use it. If you have 10 pairs of jeans and you add 2 more, get rid of 2 old ones that you rarely wear or no longer fit you. Not only that, you might simply no longer have use for some things that you possess. I find that people especially hold on a lot more to things such as electronics, Probably because they costed a lot of money, right? But why would you, for example, store boxes of tapes or old analog electronics that you will never use again? It doesn't make sense. In some cases, if the item in question might be more valuable the older it gets, then it makes sense to keep it and later sell it. Otherwise, simply get rid of it or give it to a collector. Things that you can declutter can also include books you no longer need, outdated decor, and even broken kitchen items. Not to mean that you should always have the newest or the best thing, but definitely use what you have until you no longer can. If you're not as old school as I am, then you can also digitalize. I love books and more so in paper form. That means that I always have a collection and that takes a lot of space. However, I am reasonable enough to not only buy paper books but also digital format books. If you prefer, instead of having shelves and shelves of books just lying around, you can buy ebooks or audiobooks. Audiobooks especially can save you not just space but also time. Otherwise, you can buy only specific books in hard copy and the rest in soft copies. Ow! Hey, you're gonna drop my thingy. You want a snack? You've been a good boy? And Twiggy too? Twiggy? Hey, yeah, here, here. Here, Twiggy. Yeah. Got you. Good. To be able to use something over a long period usually means that the quality must be good enough to withstand long-term use. We cannot always get what we want or what is best, but buying something more expensive and of higher quality rather than cheap and in larger quantity is definitely better if you want to be minimalistic. An example is good kitchenware. I will say that buying really good quality kitchenware that do not get easily stained, scratched or broken means that I do not constantly have to keep buying new ones. Similarly, I can use my kitchenware for my family as well as for my visitors. I know there are people who have fancy cutlery and crockeries reserved for visitors and the bad quality chipped and stained ones for everyday use. I mean, it is perfectly okay and I myself have a few special pieces reserved, but generally I try to invest in quality kitchenware that can serve me daily but are also high quality enough to be presentable when I get visitors. This is way better than having two sets of everything. Or what do you think? Quality over quantity is also perfectly applicable when it comes to what we wear every day. Clothes, shoes, bags, and so on. Fast fashion is definitely tempting, especially with the low prices and the many designs. But as an aspiring minimalist, I prefer a fewer clothing items but of high quality and durable. And yes, I do not have a problem being seen with the same dress twice. If you wish to be a minimalist, you need to leave behind the people pleasing, the keeping up with attitudes, and simply do you. Wear the same clothes several times with no shame. And aside from just having a much easier life, honestly, you will also save a ton of money and even contribute to the well-being of our Mother Earth. How about you use your money to invest in experiences and not material things? The thrill of having a new thing only lasts for so long until you want another new thing, but the memories of experiences remain valuable probably for as long as we live. Money spent on experience is never wasted. If you want to be a minimalist, especially in terms of material possessions, then focus your attention and resources on experiences instead. So instead of buying another new iPhone just because it has launched, book a weekend and visit a nearby city or town, or add that money to your travel account. There is so much you can do once you stop focusing on what else you want to buy. This is one thing that I'm especially keen on this year, to experience more and possess less of the unnecessary things.
하네.
Oh, danke. Danke, babe. Oh, sie sind sehr schön. Danke, babe.
Ja, Spaß. Das ist was, ja. Alles gut. Ja, darum sage ich Patrick und Piotr, die waren da, ja gut, ich glaube in der besten passiert, weil Piotr Patrick das nicht gesehen hätte, oder? Aber Feedback ist gut, der war die alte Folge.
The most important thing is to be intentional. Before you get something new, ask yourself, do I need this? Is there an alternative if I do not get it? And if you have not decluttered in a while, this is a good time to do it. For the things you do not frequently use, ask yourself, what is their purpose? And if they serve a purpose, then you can keep them. But if they do not, then bless someone else with it. There are a ton of books that can guide you in your minimalism journey. I'll leave a link with a few of them in the description below. I would love to hear more ideas from you in the comment section as well. I hope you learned something from this video. As usual, thank you for watching and see you in the next one. Bye.